Star worship, star prediction is prohibited in Deuteronomy 18:10. So we are not talking about a star. So Matthew's very tongue-in-cheek here. Because if there was a real star in the sky standing over, and by the way, it's Jerusalem, not Bethlehem, then why is Herod in Jerusalem surprised? There's no reason to be surprised if you can see the star, okay? There's no reason to be upset. All right? And then look what happens. Gathering all the people, this is Herod, is inquiring where Messiah was to be born. And they said in Bethlehem, and then here's the quote, okay? Then Herod secretly calls the Magi. Look, if it was a star you could see, Herod wouldn't need to do this in secret. Do you get that? Herod is secretly calling the Magi. Why? Because this whole star business is prohibited, as we saw at the beginning of the video, by Deuteronomy 18:10. When did the star appear? All right? Because it's prohibited under the Mosaic law. So there was no star that the Jews saw because it was prohibited. God would not break his own Mosaic law. You got that? And therefore Herod is secretly calling the Magi. All right? Secretly. And then, of course, their business with the 2 years and all that good stuff I'm going to cover in a few minutes. Or maybe in 10 or 15 minutes. But understand, Herod wouldn't have to secretly call Magi for a star everybody could see. So there was no star. It's either a prophecy, being called a star as a figure of speech, or whatever literally it was, which we'll see later is an angel. All right? Herod and Jerusalem could not see. So it couldn't be a physical star. It couldn't be an inanimate object. You got that? And he wouldn't have to call them in secret if it were an inanimate star. So it's not a miracle star, it's a miracle angel, as we're going to see in a few minutes. All right. So then he sent them to Bethlehem and said, go look for him. Okay. Now Luke is going to pick up on this in a couple of minutes. He's going to explain why the child is not in Bethlehem when they go look. But I'm going to cover that, a little later on. I just want you to see the Matthew account at the moment. So after hearing the king, they went on their way, and the star went on before them until it came and stood over the place where the child was. Now the place where the child was is not as stable. And that's why you need the Greek. Okay? Idu hoaster, which they saw rising in the east. In other words, now it's saying, yes, this was a literal light body, but an angel can look like a star. Proago, look at this. Proago means to lead forward or lead forth. Okay, this is something people do. People lead. Stars don't lead. Okay? And you can look up Proago in any lexicon you want. Thayer's happens to be showing in the lower left-hand window. Okay? It has to do with what people do. It's a people verb. It is not an inanimate verb. Okay? Precede, lead the way. Okay? Go ahead in time. Okay? To take or lead. To take or lead from one position by taking charge. Stars don't take charge, okay? Inanimate objects don't take charge. They don't lead forward. The star is leading where to? Until, okay, Eus. It comes to. It comes. Stars don't come anywhere. Stars are running out in miles and miles and miles up in the sky. This one is actually coming to stand. Stars don't stand still, okay? Histamine in the lower left-hand corner. Histamine means to stand still. All right? And what does it come over? It comes over the place where the child is. Okay, but what's the place of the child? The house in, I'm going to go forward here, okay, Nazareth. Okay, and we know that. Now I have to switch to Luke. past the prophecy. There we go. Back, back, back. Where is it? Back, back, back. Wait a minute. Days of purification. That's the shepherds. That's the prophecy. Where is it? There. So he registers there. Okay, but then after the days of the purification are over, right here, they brought him up to Jerusalem. Okay? In other words, he was born in Bethlehem, but they brought him up to Jerusalem. Jerusalem was about 5 miles northeast. Okay, east. Star rising in the east, got that. Okay? Pair of turtle doves. Alright? And then what do? They return to Nazareth. When they had performed everything according to the law of Moses, law of the Lord, they returned to Galilee to their own city of Nazareth. Okay? Now, this is the place where the Magi went after coming to the house. It's not a fatne. Fatne is the stable. Okay? They're going to, next verse. The mouse is beginning not to work again. House. Oikon. Oikia, rather. They come to a house. They're not visiting him in a fatne. Fatne was the stable where he was born. That's here in Luke. You don't hear about the stable thing until Luke. Luke is showing the angels, plural, visiting the shepherds, plural. Okay, see? These are angels suddenly standing. Matthew's talking about one angel that a bunch of magi saw. Luke is talking about a bunch of angels with one head angel suddenly standing before them. See, stood? That's his to me again. Angels stand. Alright? See? Histemi, epistemi in this case. Alright? Standing before. That's why it's epistemi. Alright, so manger is the fatne. See, right here. These are grave clothes actually, but I'm not going to spend time on this. This is a grave clothes. But here's fatne. He's born in a fatne. He's born in a feeding trough. But where do the Magi go? Here in Matthew 2:11 on the left-hand side. They go to a house. Well, but where's the house? In Nazareth. So all of this is happening within a month.